Consistency in tenses is an important aspect of English grammar. Among the 4 sections in the IELTS exam, the speaking section is where the candidates make a lot of mistakes regarding verb tenses. These recurring mistakes often result in miscommunication and confusion, needless to talk about the resultant lower score. So, what you need to do here is to fix inconsistent uses of tenses and achieve a better score by learning from others' mistakes. Let's have a look at this candidate speaking in his interview and see if you can find any errors in tenses. What do you do on Sundays?
Every Sunday I go to church in the morning. We had a morning service at 10 a.m. After the morning service followed a tea time in the kitchen hall. I had quite a few friends there, and we usually talk about what's going on in our lives. I really cherish this moment. On Sunday afternoon, I almost always spend time reading books or going bowling with my sister's family. In the evening, I'm cooking a special dish. This will be the time that I will try different recipes and see if any of them is actually worth keeping in my recipe book. It will make me feel so good when the food tasted great.
Stop the video and see if you can find any errors in tenses. Please note that you need to use tenses consistently. If the tenses are mixed up, there is a high chance that there are errors. Take a moment and find out all errors that you can see in tenses. If the question is asking you to talk about the past, the rule of thumb is that you need to speak in past tenses. If the sentence in the question asks you to speak about something in the present time, you always need to stick to the present tense. The same rule applies to the future tense. So, always listen to the question carefully and be consistent with tenses in your answer. In this particular case, the question asks you to talk about what you do on Sundays. Therefore, you need to stick to your routine and describe what you typically do on Sundays. This only requires you to use the present tense. Don't speak in the past or future tenses, as you're talking about your habitual actions. Let's see how we need to change things to make the sentences all grammatically correct. As you can see here, every sentence should be in the present simple tense. This will show your understanding and control of tenses. Please listen to this example and try to correct all tense errors into correct forms. Always listen to the question first and decide what tense you need to use before giving your answer. If you had a holiday for 10 days, where would you like to travel?
If I have a holiday for 10 days, I think I visit Paris. Paris is my dream place that I've been hoping to visit someday since I was a university student. I will go there and make new friends and travel around the city as well as the countryside. I can try some of Paris's finest food and appreciate artworks in museums and galleries. I think I'm so overwhelmed by its romantic atmosphere and charm. I think I prefer to travel alone in Paris and make some new Parisian friends there. That makes my trip more special.
In this question, it asks you to talk about what you would do if you had 10 days of holiday. So, what you need to do is to think about the hypothetical situation and express your thoughts hypothetically by using would. Be careful not to talk about things in the present or past tenses. If you correct all mistakes in this answer, the answer might look like this. Take a look at this example now. Note that the question is now in the past tense and asks you to talk about past experience. What did you like about your high school?
Well, I went to a boys' high school, and the thing that I like most about my high school is the cafeteria. It provided excellent food for us. I like its location too. It is located in the education district of my city, so we had lots of other schools nearby, and it gave me a perfect opportunity to make new friends. Also, I love the sports and recreational center in my school with lots of sports equipment and facilities. I take pride in it.
This question asks you about something in the past. So, stick to the past tense and avoid using the present or future tenses, as you are expected to describe things which happened in the past. It's that simple, and what you need to have in your mind is the concept of consistency. When you try to put the sentences consistently in the past tense, this would be something you'll end up with. Find the PDF file attached to this lecture and correct tenses and practice how you need to stick to either the past, present, or the future tenses. Don't mix them up in your speaking or writing, as it may cause confusion and show your weak command of this grammar element.